The Democrats have a much more powerful media machine than the Republicans. That's the truth. Republicans control talk radio. I'm in that business. I know who's on. I know what they're saying. Republicans dominate talk radio. Liberals try to air America, big bomb. So they don't have very little on the air. And in D.C., there are, and we are going to do an investigation next week. We'll name it. There are corporations that send out propaganda, both to the Democrat and the Republican parties, and they get paid to do that. Okay, and we're going to name them. We're working it, okay? But I want to be very precise. So I'm going to give in my producers a while. But we know they go out every morning. And the Democrat talking points are about 10 to 1 over the Republican about who gets them. So, for example, every liberal commentator on television gets a fax every morning, if they're at a certain level, saying this is the theme of the day. The theme of the day this week was weird. Go.
I mean, J.D. Vance is a disastrous pick. He's a weird guy.
I think that he had a sneaking suspicion that J.D. Vance is awfully weird.
Donald Trump seems to be drifting away from his own nominee because he's had so many weird views.
I think that you got someone like J.D. Vance who's just this weird little odd guy who underperformed in Ohio.
Weird. And Kamala Harris used it. So that was the word of the day. And, you know, this has been going on for a long time. This is the most famous example of that. Go.
That no one is above the law, not even a former president of the United States.
One, no one is above the law. That's how our country works.
Now, I could have done that for 10 minutes. No one's above the law. You know, that was in the Trump cases. So these lemmings, these propagandists, and I have to tell you, I have never gotten a fax or an email or a text from anybody with any propaganda in it, ever. They wouldn't dare do that to me because I would report it directly to you. But when I watch the national media, and I don't do it often, I know what the word of the day is, and I know where they got it. That's called corruption. When you are a pundit, an analyst, a reporter, an anchor, and you are parroting what a political party sends you, you are corrupt. Think about it. Okay. I dealt with this weird thing on Monday on News Nation. I'll be on tonight with Cuomo, by the way, on News Nation. News Nation coming up in the ratings. They're doing better. And Leland and I kicked around the weird thing. Go.
I thought it was sort of a brilliant way of trying to brand someone else. Weird, I feel like, is something you would call Kamala Harris. How is it that the Democrats figured this out and were able to capitalize on it, and Trump seems paralyzed to deal with it?
Are you saying I would call Vice President Harris weird?
It seems as though that's something you might call someone. Yes, it is.
Well, that's ridiculous. I would never call the Vice President of the United States weird. I don't know how big the weird vote is, but I think it's bigger than the cat lady vote. So if you're weird, you might benefit from it. A lot of weirdos walking around, Leland.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mocked it. Okay, I'm not going to let anybody go get a weird. And Leland's a good guy. I like him. But I'm not going to call anybody weird unless I know them. Okay, then I'll call you weird.